Hello, and thank you very much for the invitation to speak. It's a real honour to be here with you, so thank you for joining us and for listening. I'm David Ainsworth. I'm the locality director, and I work on behalf, employed by the Clinical Commissioning Group in Nottinghamshire. My patch is Mansfield, Ashfield, Newark and Sherwood, and I have a real interest in how we can bring the system together to benefit the populations that we serve. And why does that matter? Well, it matters because the people who we represent and work on behalf of, who live in our communities, deserve the best from us. We're in responsible positions across health, social care, local authorities, voluntary sector, the sports industry, arts, culture, heritage and the like. And actually, I think there's a huge amount of value in us coming together, working together and staying together for the benefit of the people that live around us and in our communities. We know in many of our communities, we have huge health inequalities, whether that be people's resilience, financial resilience, their family or personal support that they have, their housing, the educational attainment or aspirations for future employment. And I'm really keen that we move away from a health system that counts the number of hips that we put through an operating theatre, and much more to one of how collectively can we get people free of pain. How can we get them away from being depressed because they can't move? And how quickly can we together get people back into meaningful employment that gives them identity and income and all the other health benefits that employment bring to people? And I think now, as we start to come out of COVID, even though we know the virus is still very active, it's really key for me that across all of our partner agencies in mid-Nottinghamshire, that we come together, we work together, and we do that with a single common focus, and that has to be the people. So everything I'm doing is all about people, and we know finally that activity levels is really important. We know that if you're carrying a bit more weight than you should be, if you're not quite as active as you could be, then we know that that leads to future health problems, such as things like high blood pressure and diabetes. And so we want to move much more into prevention. If we start to monitor and manage people's blood pressure earlier on, we know we'll prevent heart attacks and strokes of the future. And physical activity is at the heart of all this. A word on leadership. For me, leadership is not just about executives. It's important that executives sign up to the principles of what we're trying to achieve. But actually, unless we do something meaningful with those principles, then we've just had a nice chat. I'm really keen that we get leadership at every level. And for me, leadership is not hierarchical. It's not about your position or your title. It's actually about your ability to make a difference and for others to listen to you and to follow you. And I think we have lots of fantastic examples of patient leaders here in our patch, as well as we do people across the whole system. So don't, if you're listening to this and think that you're not senior enough or not important enough, I would absolutely encourage you to say, be brave, be bold, step outside of your comfort zone and be heard, because we want to hear your views and your opinion. They really matter to us.